example out of me.
I said something against this guy that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the leader. You know what I'm saying? If I said it, it's the truth. I got to make an example out of this.
Okay, am I live? It looks like I'm live. I didn't even notice. All right. In this stream, I want to talk about comedians because comedians got a special license to say whatever they want, whenever they want. They get like a pass. But still, they're very careful about what they talk about because at the end of the day, it could be used against them. Now, there's a lot of big comedians. You know, some of them have gotten to the moon, like a Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle. They're huge. And then there's Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is big in the black community, but he never blew up. He never blew up in mainstream media. Like, I've never seen him on TV or Netflix or any movies. And he does all of that. He's into media. I mean, he consistently tries. Right now, the man is 56 and he's been trying to blow up all his life. And he's in a position where he's fine to doing shows on the road and doing a YouTube show called 5150 that he does every Tuesday. And this time around, he went up against YouTubers in the podcast era, where it's like, you got to tread lightly. But since he got a pass on everything he does and everything he says, a lot of people like the fact that he's brave enough and doesn't care. Like, I could care less, ain't nobody messing with me. So a lot of people gravitated to his comedy because of that. Because the man was fearless and he looked strong. But now they're looking to cancel him. And at 56 years old, he's realizing, like, yo, I'm about to get canceled. He went online and started talking about he's losing a lot of shows. A lot of on the street shows are dropping him and saying we can't mess with you. There's video showing him beating up a woman. He says putting his hand on a woman and shoving her face. But it looks bad. You know, it's one thing to have somebody talk bad about you, but when you see the video, it's a whole nother ball game. And not only that, professionals are up against him, like the lead attorney. Because now Corey Holcomb is getting an attorney himself to go up against all these media giants that we all know mainstream media is all about lawyers taking things to court. So now Corey Holcomb wants to get on that and take it to court. But going up against the lead attorney, which is a YouTuber who has a law degree, and he talks about the law. And so he brought facts and evidence into his argument. Let's take a look at a video of the lead attorney setting Corey Holcomb straight and let him know he got the receipts and you can't talk about him, which is pretty. But you know what? I'll say this much also about Corey Holcomb. He's down bad. And it's nice to take accountability because a lot of black comedians been on the path of keeping the slave plantation populated, keeping everybody at the bottom, talking about nigga this and nigga that. And you know, he got a license to talk like that because he's black. So he could talk crazy like that and talk about how black people are just stupid. You can't make us read. You can't take us out the field. And he does all these ignorant shit. Even bringing Anton Dan into his show, threatening to fuck up Anton and beat him up and not doing anything. Like, you're a master of words, but you're not a UFC fighter. None of us are UFC fighters. And that's another problem that the ghetto got. Everybody wants to pretend, act like they could just destroy somebody else physically. Like they could go ahead and get into a fight with anybody. But that's not the case. So Corey Holcomb being a master of words, a comedian, get people's attention, he's not a fighter. Anton Danish just proved it that, yo, my man, we could go back and settle this right now. We got to do all this talking back and forth. And for Corey Holcomb to just sit back down and say it again, say it again. Sounded like a high school kid or middle school child. Who talks like that as a grown man? Not even Blueface. Blueface is quick to start swinging, like most people are. But entertainers, all right, let's take a look at a clip by the lead attorney, just bringing out the evidence. And the lead attorney is the guy with the suit, with the tie. And look at the serious face, the serious demeanor he wears. That of a lawyer who knows how to read, who could pick up a book and got an education. Versus Corey Holcomb. At least Corey Holcomb, after everything he's going through, he took his hat off. He got his shape up. Because another one that went at him was Joe Budden. Joe Budden, woo! If you wasn't a fan of Joe Budden, just listen to his bars. He destroyed Corey Holcomb. In simple conversation, just dropped facts with no beat, a cappella. Woo! He just destroyed Corey Holcomb, making him look like a bum, like a fat bum about to go into welfare. Oh, God. So if you notice here, Corey Holcomb got a shape up. He don't got a hat. And he's trying to keep his composure. Because he's slowly but surely just going down. And now he talks about suing people and bringing all these YouTubers to task to prove whatever it is they're claiming. All right, let's take a look.
All right, guys. So Corey Holcomb is about to make an example out of me.
I said something against this guy that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the lead attorney. I said something about him because I saw him say, oh, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to his lawyer. Now, ever since I said what I said about the lead attorney, I haven't seen him say anything back.
Another thing that Corey Holcomb doesn't have is credibility, because he knows how to talk to the audience, how to talk to people and make them believe whatever he's saying. He sounds factual, like he's know what he's talking about. But then you got all these YouTubers bringing out the receipts and putting it out that he's a liar. So right now, here, Corey Holcomb is good friend with the lead attorney. They went out to dinner and everything. He invited him to the show. But he's turning his back on his friend, on the lead attorney. Check out what he's saying.
And it is my opinion. The reason he didn't say anything back, because I didn't lie on him. I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is.
All right, so Corey Holcomb is saying that he didn't give me permission to talk to his attorney. I said, guys, on my last stream that I was supposed to have an interview with his attorney. His attorney cleared it, and then his attorney backed out. Now Corey is saying, no, that's all a lie. He's saying that he never gave me permission to talk to that man, and Corey has been extremely disrespectful towards me. And because I have not responded to the disrespect, Corey takes that as an admission that he's right and I'm wrong.
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true, which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral.
You notice Corey Holcomb is careful on how he's talking into the camera, talking about his belief. So it feels like later on he's gonna say, well, that's what I believed at the time. Oops, my bad, I was wrong. Like that type of thing, or that type of comeback he's gonna do. That's how it feels like it. Because the lead attorney got receipts.
Strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
All right, Corey, there are two competing ways to look at this situation. The first way to look at it is that you are just a liar. You are lying. You lied about me in the past and you are continuing to lie about me. Now, this is apart from all the disrespect and all the jokes. I'm talking about straight lying. That's the first way to look at this. Now, the second way to look at it is that you are not lying and that you have chosen a bootleg attorney to represent you. Now, how do I know that these are the only two ways to look at this situation? Well, I'm about to explain it to you right now, but I do want to say one thing first.
And let me say this much. I think both of those things are true. He is a liar and his lawyer is the bootleg lawyer who don't know what the hell he's talking about. Check it out.
You were saying that you were so disrespectful to me and I didn't respond. And you're saying, well, since I didn't respond, that shows that I knew that you were the man that you claimed to be. Now, Corey, you are making a mistake on this. I didn't respond, but for a very different reason. I didn't respond to you, Corey. I didn't respond to your disrespect because I didn't want to embarrass you. On one of your last shows, you brought up this attorney that you had retained, this gentleman named Derek. Now, this is an attorney that you chose, that you selected, that you put your trust in to represent you in whatever claims that you may have. The attorney on your show said that he's been practicing for 14 or 15 years, and that's good. I can tell you that I've been an attorney for close to 25 years, and I am.
And that's another problem with attorneys. A lot of them will just do it for the check. This is media, this is Hollywood, big numbers. So they might pick up the job just to pick up more money.
Intimately aware of the relationship and the responsibilities that we have as attorneys towards our clients. You keep disrespecting me and you keep saying that I'm lying about you giving me permission to talk to your attorney. So we're going to see who's lying right now. For background, Corey, if I represent you as an attorney, I have ethical obligations towards you. If someone wants to interview me about you or your case, I can't just say yes willy-nilly without letting you know. In fact, I have to do a lot more than letting you know. I have to ask for your permission. And not only do I have to ask for your permission, but I have to explain to you the pros and the cons, and I have to make sure that you understand them. And then you have to give me informed consent. You have to consent that I give the interview to whoever wants to interview me. That's what we good attorneys do in fulfilling our obligations to our clients. You have to clear that interview, Corey. So you're upset with me because I said on a live stream that you had given me permission to talk to you.
That's what we can see, that the lead attorney is a legit lawyer. The man got a degree and 25 years of practice. So he knows what he's talking about. I definitely love his show. Bringing facts.
Your attorney that you had cleared that interview. So we're going to see right now whether you cleared it or not. And let me say, I have been on YouTube for about 5 years, and I don't think I have ever done this. I have never gone back and showed receipts. I have never showed DMs because I haven't needed to. I'm not like some of these other YouTubers out here who just talk to talk. I take this very seriously. I take my reputation very seriously. And if you're up on your show calling me a liar, well, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Let me show you something right quick, Corey. Do you know who this gentleman is right here, Corey? This is your attorney. After your live stream where you and him talked about the Christina Payne situation, I hit him up. I said, hey, can you come on my channel? Can I interview you? Because I'll be honest with you, Corey, between me and you, I think you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. Should you have mushed her? No. Should she have touched you or whatever she did to you, hit you? No. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But people trying to paint you out to be a woman beater for the Christina Payne situation alone, to me, is a stretch. So I hit up your attorney. Your attorney gets back to me. What does he say? Let's look down here. He says, "Good day, counselor, and great hearing from you. Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you." See, this is exactly what I was talking about. Good attorneys have to check with the clients. Your attorney can't just agree to be on my show without talking to you to appear on my show. He has to clear it with you. Also, let me say that your attorney can't clear this interview with Craig. He can't clear it with Darlene. Both of them are integral parts to your show. They're very important people, but your attorney represents you and you alone. So the only person that can give him permission to talk to me is you. So he says right here, he says, "Let me check with Corey and I will follow up with you." But Corey, what do you think he responds? What do you think he says to me? Let's scroll down and take a look. He says he's going to check with you. And then a day later, he says, "I am cleared to speak with you." That means he checked with you, checked with Corey, and now he's cleared to speak with me. So now,
Boom, bring in receipts, man. What is Corey going to say about this? Somebody got to get fired, or like a new attorney.
Corey, who is the liar? It's either you or it's either your attorney. This is why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to have to go and show DMs. Your attorney right here in black and white is saying that you gave me permission to talk to him. He can be on my show. I can interview him, and you were the only person that can give him that permission. This is what it says in black and white, but what are you going on your show and saying?
I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did. And I believe he saw that and knows that to be true.
So that's a little different. Corey is saying that he didn't talk directly to the lead attorney, right? Because the lead attorney sort of said, like, it sounded like he spoke with Corey directly and Corey gave him permission. So between those two grown men, they didn't have a conversation. This was through the lawyer. So in a way, Corey is right. I'll give him that much. He never spoke with the lead directly, even though his lawyer should have informed him. That means they had the conversation between him and his lawyer. So anything the lawyer says is kind of like Corey speaking through his lawyer. So they're playing with words here. All right, Corey is playing with words. Maybe he didn't talk directly, but he spoke through his lawyer.
Which is why he isn't going all out his way to act like Corey Holcomb is not the man that he say he is. That's what I believe. I believe he has some type of moral strand inside of him that knows I wasn't lying on him. I didn't give nobody permission to do nothing.
You didn't give nobody permission to do nothing? Is that what you just said? Here, the attorney that you chose, the attorney that you brought on your show, the attorney that you were praising, the attorney that you were glazing is saying something completely different. Your attorney is saying that he checked with you, Corey, and that he's clear to speak with me. And let me tell you, Corey, it doesn't stop there. Once he said that you had given him permission to speak with me, then we started organizing a date and time. If we scroll down here, you can see that
I'll say this much, right? So Corey wasn't really directly part of the conversation here. It's a DM between two people. The lawyer misspoke with Corey then.
says your attorney that the earliest time that we can record or prepare to record would be Friday. That Friday, anytime after 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and anytime this weekend with evenings preferred. Oh yeah, we were getting a date and time, Corey, for an interview that supposedly you never gave permission for, an interview that you were saying that I was lying about, and an interview that caused you to be very disrespectful towards me. And guess what, Corey? It goes even further. Here, he gives me his law firm email address, and he gives me his cell phone number. Now, I, of course, have redacted it all out, but he gives me every way to communicate him to coordinate this interview. After he gives me his law firm address, Corey, I hit him up. I email him. What do I say? Let's check it out. This is the email that I sent to your attorney, Corey, and you will see that the heading for the email in the subject line is interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to follow up. Thank you for being willing to being interviewed. As mentioned in my Instagram message, let me know what time on Friday, either the evening or the night, whatever works best for you. Also, if you can pass me along any publicly available filings, that will be great. For your convenience, I'm sending this from my email, so you'll have my contact information.
Corey's gonna have to hit his lawyer with the Corey Holcomb palm. You know, the one that he used to shove women.
As well. Thanks again, Derek. I appreciate you taking the time, and I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. See, Corey, you were taking my kindness for weakness. You were taking the fact that I was silent about this as an admission that I was wrong. The reality is you were wrong. I didn't want to have to expose that the attorney that you selected is going behind your back and making all of these interviews without your informed consent. You were very disrespectful towards me, but I brushed it off because I didn't want to take it there. But now you're mentioning it yet again. So I'm showing you the proof. I'm showing you the evidence to let you know that I was not lying. You can come out here and crack jokes and be disrespectful if you want to, but you need to be careful about people's reputations. Apparently, you're on your shows talking about that you're losing gigs, you're losing money because your reputation has been harmed. So it seems kind of ironic to me that you're going around trying to tarnish other people's reputations at the same time. But that's okay. Let's keep going. So in this email, again, I thank him for agreeing to the interview that apparently you knew nothing about. And I say, send me some documents if you can, anything that's publicly available. I'm not asking for anything that's attorney-client privileged. And I'm telling him, just tell me the time that works best for him, late evening or night, whatever he wants to do. Corey, I was in your corner on this. That's the messed up thing about it. I wanted your attorney on because I feel like you're getting a raw deal out of this Christina Payne situation. I was on your side, and now you're on your show in front of 15,000.
A lot of people are trying to get on Corey's side, right? They like his comedy. As a comic, he's funny. Sometimes he'll say shit that'll make you cringe, like, why the hell would you say that? But I guess he was getting a pass.
People saying that I'm lying. So we're getting to the bottom of it right now. So after I send him this email saying, hey, just tell me a date and time, he responds. What does he say? Here is his email in response to me. Now, again, you see the same subject line, interview. We also see the same date. This is Thursday. The interview is supposed to be the next day. Your attorney said he could be interviewed about this on Friday. I blacked out his email address, but you see my email address. You see his name right here and his little logo. Again, this is the attorney that you hired. Now, he sends me this and he says he's going to be in touch. But again, the interview is set for the very next day. Friday rolls around and I still don't hear from him. So I send him this. This is the email that I sent him. And again, you see his name right here, the same subject line, interview, and it's Friday. It's the day of the interview. I say, Derek, hope you're doing well. Just checking up on when would be a good time for the interview this evening. I need to announce it on my channel soon. Thank you so much. You have a YouTube channel. You know about this. We need to create the thumbnails. We need to schedule the interview. We need to put it on our community posts. The interview is supposed to be in the evening, and you can see right here that it's already 3:42. So I just want to check, hey, at what time is this interview going to occur? The same interview that he said you gave permission for, the same interview that he said you cleared, the same interview that he said he had permission from you to talk to me. I just want to know what time is that interview. Well, he sends me a follow-up message. What does he say? This is his response. And again, you see it's Friday. I sent my email to him around 3 something. He responds at 5 o'clock. Now you see, this is your boy. This is Derek. This is the attorney that you had on your show. You had him up there and you were praising him. What does he say? He says, counsel, we have to pass on the interview because there is a gag order on speaking on the matter with the court. So we have to be a little bit careful. If anything changes, I will contact you. Many thanks. Now, I'll be honest, Corey, this is a pretty bootleg response. He says he has to pass on the interview. Does he say he has to pass because he's decided he doesn't want to do it? Did he say he has to pass because you've changed your mind about it? You have uncleared the interview? No, he doesn't say that you retracted your permission for the interview. He just says, well, there's a gag order on it, so I can't talk about it. Well, what's the problem with this reasoning, Corey? Do you see it? Corey, here is the problem with his excuse that he can't be on my show about the case. The problem is that he was on your show about the case. The gag order was in place then. He can't say that he didn't know about the gag order because, again, he's supposed to know about your case. But not only that, you mentioned the gag order while he was up there. He heard it straight from your mouth. So even though that gag order had been in place for over a year, he's on your show about it. But now he's saying he can't come on my show about it. And again, Corey, what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm on your side about this whole Christina Payne thing. I do think that this whole thing is being mischaracterized. I think you're getting a raw deal. I reviewed her request for a restraining order. I thought it was some BS. I reviewed yours too. I reviewed the court documents on my stream. I just wanted to have your attorney on, to have this brother on to talk about the case really from your perspective. And again, he's saying apparently that there's a gag order in place and he can't talk about the case at all. And
Fight, 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 fight. We have here 3 successful black men just going at it. They can't come together to an understanding. And so far, the lead attorney is winning. And now we got to wait a whole week for Corey Holcomb to do a response. For the man only goes once a week on Tuesdays.
he can't come on any shows, and look where he's at right now. So Corey, listen, pimp, let me just get something straight. I don't mind if the brother says, hey, I'm going to come on your show and then cancels. That's fine. It's not like he took any money from me. It's not like he robbed me or anything. If he has a change of heart, that's cool. Now, the reason for the change of heart is a little bit sketchy, I'll be honest, because he's saying that number one, he cleared it with you, that he got informed consent from you to do the interview. And number two, since he's your attorney, he's supposed to know all about the case. Number three, he was on your show talking about the case. And then all of a sudden, oh my goodness, I forgot that there's a gag order. That seems sketchy to me. I'll be honest, but fine. He doesn't want to come on. That's fine. I did the stream myself. What bothers me though, is that you'll get on your show and be very disrespectful towards me when it appears that the man that you selected to represent you has not informed you about what's going on. So me and all of the other people who supported you over this Christina Payne situation, we're going to see what you say in response to this video. This is the reason that I've been quiet. I didn't want to put this on blast because I supported you about this topic. And anybody who has dealt with attorneys knows that attorneys don't throw other attorneys on the bus. But when you start besmirching my reputation, now I have to drop the receipts. Now, what did you say again? And who were you going to make an example out of?
You know what I'm saying? If I said it, it's the truth. I got to make an example out of this. I said something against this guy
Liar.
that came up to our show. His name, I'm going to take the chance and say his name. His name was the lead attorney.
Boom.
I said something about him because I saw him say, oh, Corey said it's okay for me to talk to his lawyer. Now, ever since I said what I said about the lead attorney, I haven't seen him say anything back.
Correct.
And it is my opinion. The reason he didn't say anything back because I didn't lie on him. I did not give him permission to talk to my attorney about nothing. And he said I did.
I said you did because your attorney told me that he cleared the interview with you. So just like you were super disrespectful to me, now I want to see if you're super disrespectful to the lawyer that you selected, the lawyer that you hired, the lawyer that you retained. I was telling the truth the whole time. Your attorney said that you cleared the interview. So now, Corey, I hope you understand the full context of the situation, and I hope you understand why I was quiet about it. And I want to say this too. An extra reason that I was quiet about this is because I was on your show. You invited me up there. You took care of my transportation. You gave me excellent accommodations. You treated me amazingly. I had a great time up there with you and Craig and Darlene. And then after the show, you guys took me out to eat. I had
Wait, and what are the two reasons he said at the beginning of this video? He said, one, that you're a liar, or two, I forgot the second reason. He said there are only two possibilities here. Either you're a liar or you didn't give permission. Or no, you have a hack lawyer.
The perfect time. I'm not out here trying to put you on blast. So when you say, oh, the lead attorney is quiet, yeah, I was quiet. I'm not trying to expose all of this. Now, be honest, I'm a YouTuber and I call things fair. Do I think you should have put Anton's kid up there? No, I do not, Corey. And I'll be honest, Corey, I think the vast majority of the country would agree with me. But I'm a YouTuber and I know that everyone makes mistakes. I call things out in an unbiased way and I just talk about the law. You can disagree with me about the law if you want to, that's fine. But I don't ever call anybody out of their name. I never get crazy disrespectful with people. And I just call balls and strikes as I see it. I did a live stream about the whole Anton thing. I wasn't with you on that one. However, I did another live stream about the Christina thing and I was on your side the whole way. This is exactly what you should want in people, Corey. You should want people around you who are going to support you, but also say, hey, man, you're making a mistake over here.
He got a lot of yes men. A lot of people that just second or applaud everything he says. Like nobody puts him on hold and say, yo, stop. We're not doing that. Somebody got to get big on with him.
Having yes men around all the time isn't going to do anybody any good. So I hope you understand, Corey, number one, why I said you agreed to the interview. And I hope you understand, number two, why I was quiet about all of your disrespect. I'm still greatly appreciative of how you guys treated me up there on your show. And I'll always be appreciative of that. I know you got a lot of people out here attacking you, a lot of people who are trying to get you canceled. A lot of people out here are praying for your downfall. I am not one of those people, Corey. I just make these little YouTube videos to tell people how I see things, and that's it. So I hope I cleared up everything and that now you have a full understanding of the situation.
You don't have to.
So what are we talking about here? He got a hack lawyer and he's a liar. So those two things are true. Hold on, let me pause this. Man, the drama is crazy. And ultimately, you know what? I would like to see all these black conservatives hit him over the head with stop being so negative. Or at the very least, remind people that this is a joke. This is comedy.
Other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits.
Now,
Hold on, let me pause this. Yeah, that's another problem that Corey Holcomb got when he brought children into the mix. And then it is crazy when a lot of people started calling him a pedophile. And that's scary. Because now even Corey Holcomb is saying that his life is in danger. You got all these men out on the streets looking for these predators that take advantage of children. And so Corey Holcomb now got to watch out when he goes interacting with people because people may believe the fact that he's a PDF, even though he says he's not. So it's crazy. But this is turning out to be a wake-up story. Now, this is the first fight that Corey Holcomb had with Anton Daniel.
this is interesting. This is one of these things where it's like, I'm going to impose my narrative on you. I'm going to impose my rules upon you.
Let's talk about it.
I thought children were off limits.
Yep.
If you're going back and forth with somebody, you can't think anything. If you're in a boxing match, you can think nut shots are off limits, right? That's the rules. If you're in a street fight, they can hit you anywhere. They can bite, they can eye gouge.
Yep.
It's a street fight. Anton said, hey, let's go out back to the street.
And you know what's crazy? Corey Holcomb saying that was AI. Anton Daniels standing up and telling him, let's go out back. It's AI. Like, why are you lying? We could see that is not AI. It was a live show. Live.
Anton could have got out there and Corey started biting his ass. Because that's a street fight. Well, you got street fights that occur in the street. And you got street fights that occur online. Corey let all of us know in his last stream that this is a street fight.
Anton Daniels looked pretty big. He looked like the mom.
And did y'all see that video that came out of Corey today? When he hit that woman in the face, like, ain't nothing out of bounds for Corey hitting women in the face, allegedly. That's what the video seemed to show.
That was a slap. That was pretty hard.
If you're a 50-something-year-old dude to punch a woman in the face, or maybe it was a mush, maybe it wasn't closed fist, but he got up under there. And Corey's a big dude. No woman can take Corey. I'm sorry. Corey's what? When I saw him, he was an easy 260, 265, 6'1", 6'2". What woman's going to take a 6'2", 265, 270 dude? Well, I know one woman. You don't know nobody. So Corey, I mean, if he hit a woman in the face, he might come after your kids. I don't know. Big shout out to Corey. Allegedly, I wasn't there. I just saw the video like y'all.
He says it's AI.
Not, for some people, there's nothing out of bounds. There is no bounds. All right, let's go.
What? I guess not.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there, man. That's Anton Daniels. He looked pretty tough, man. I gotta give him props. He looks like a soldier going up to Corey Holcomb, a scary Corey Holcomb, and challenging him to fight. But what do you think? Comment down below. My name is Noel. See you in the next video. Peace.